Alright, so we are back with a very important video, guys. This one I definitely wanted to get out there. It's all the postpartum care, things that you definitely need. Everything I know of is from the first time around, and then things my midwife made me do. It was very hard to remember because it was 6 years ago, but then my new midwife also gives me a checkoff list of things I need, which really helped jog that memory. Two things I'm going to show you guys that I'm using now and I suggest now. Which one? Because I'm always asked. I haven't answered because I'm like, I don't know, there's just underwear. I'm always asked about my belly wrap. What belly wrap are you using? These are just underwear. I got it specifically for my pregnancy because everything that sits a little low, show different color. Everything that sits a little too low or in an awkward spot always puts a lot of pressure on the belly, and then he moves around if he feels pressure, too much pressure on the belly, and this just feels really super comfortable. So there's just regular underwear, I kid you not, just regular underwear. Very comfortable, let me tell you. They don't squeeze, there's a lot of stretch to them. And then I'll just kind of put some shorts on or joggers, and then I keep those under it so it looks like I have a wrap, but it's not. It's my underwear poking through. I highly suggest you get them, not just for during the pregnancy, but postpartum, or else you're gonna have to get Depends underwear, which don't look pretty and they're not very comfortable. My midwife did give me that, but I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna get underwear that I'm never gonna wear after my pregnancy, and then if I get blood on them, whatever, because I'm not gonna wear them on a daily basis anyways. It was just for before, or it was just during the pregnancy and then after. And the reason you want big ones is because you're going to be bleeding for a long time, and you want to have enough support to hold a pretty hefty pad on it. And then if you do have a C-section, you do need high waist underwear that go higher, so that it never sits right on the scar. You're gonna find that very uncomfortable. So a lot of people that were buying this were buying it because of C-sections and needing underwear that go over their scar line to not mess with it.
And it was hard getting you to buy those, remember?
So hard, and now I love them. I'm like, I ain't buy no granny panties. And I'm pushing it. And then these were actually the ones online that I went and bought, and then I put them on and I was like, they're so ugly. And then I didn't start wearing them again for maybe a month ago. I started getting into them. And then you were in love. And I was in love. I got them a little too soon, and I'm like, I ain't wearing these. But now I love them. The ones that you got me, which I also, if you don't like how high these go a little bit lower. They probably hit right where the belly button is. Where did I get them from? Kohl's. He was trying to get me to get them, and I'm like, I don't know, but they look ugly.
You're complaining so much.
I was being a little brat. I don't want them. You'll thank me later. And then he got me extra large, which is putting salt in a wound. He's like, extra large. You need extra large. I'm like, boy, you're lucky we're having a baby together.
And I was telling you because you have a big booty. That's why.
I was getting mad at you. Anyways, now I'm super happy. These are my favorite underwear. I do laundry once a week to make sure that I always have one of these style underwear. Anything else is just...
You're welcome.
You know? Okay, so this is the other thing. Just got this not too long ago. The first pregnancy with Lila left me with a little separation. So around my belly button, I have a small separation. And if I do a lot that day, say I'm cleaning the house or I go for a long walk or it's just been a rough day, I will start to get some belly button pain. Pain on my side too here. And I talked to my midwife about it, and she pretty much said it's because I have a tiny separation just here. So it's literally skin and then baby. There's no muscle or anything the rest of me is really hard, but here if I lay down it's very soft. She's like, it's literally the baby. If he ever puts pressure, he's putting pressure on your skin, it hurts. So a belly wrap, oh my god, it's the best investment ever. I have him put it on me so he can tighten it a little bit more, but it's that simple. I just do like it a little bit tighter. It stays pretty flat I mean, I guess I would, no, I don't want to strain anything. He really needs to help me get it a notch tighter, which helps when I'm cleaning.
You want to put it on?
And moving around. You want me? Yeah, if you can put it on me the right way. Okay, so there's instant pressure taken off your back the minute you put it on. And then it does feel much better on the belly button area, but right now it doesn't hurt. Like I said, it hurts at night more, and I wear it during the day to prevent that pain from happening. So it's not like I throw it on just when I'm in pain. I throw it on to prevent the pain. I had it on yesterday and I did not want to take it off. I'm like, this is the best thing ever. It's like I'm not even carrying my belly. It's like something is carrying it for me.
And like he didn't move. He was like in place, right?
He also, I think it's like a hug for the baby. It's not super tight or anything, but I'm wondering if he feels like a little bit of like tightness. So he actually didn't move too much and jab me really hard. I could feel him slightly moving like softly, which you want to feel your baby move, but it wasn't like crazy jabs out of nowhere where, you know, I bend down and put laundry in the dryer and he's like, ah, you know, like working on his ninja moves in there. So it helped with that a lot. It felt so good.
But you also recommend to do the hug the baby first.
Hug the baby, definitely. I'm 7 months pregnant, and now I started using this for relief because I started getting a little bit of minor back pain. It's not horrible, but like sitting in a chair for too long or something could trigger it, or like I said, the belly button pain. But if you, I highly suggest you just do the hug the baby and get your transverse muscles nice and strong. I still do that constantly, but this is that little boost that you need as your tummy is growing, because it's growing. You know, so these are like while you're pregnant, and I wanted to share those because they're super important. Maybe you could use the wrap after. I did read that they were using it as a wrap, which is what I'm going to get to now. Postpartum, you want to make sure you have these handy little wraps. I had it with Lila, and this helps shrink your uterus and get everything back to its normal way. Let's see if I can do it with, I was smaller when I showed them the first time around. Hey! Yeah, it doesn't close. Okay, so you get the point. You're gonna close it, and then you have these straps in the back that really help secure and tighten it, and you strap those on. Like, I'll probably put the clip where my tummy was smaller and I could actually use this. You can't use it right now, my tummy is growing like crazy. But I highly suggest you get this and try to pop it on, you know, even if it's 24 hours after labor or that same day, try to pop it on and use it just slightly, maybe an hour at first, and then gradually increase it to 8 hours a day.
And that is painful, right? You said?
Huh? It is painful at first. You don't, for some reason, you don't want that tightness around your stomach, so I didn't get to wear it very long in the beginning. It was probably like an hour, maybe 2 hours, and then I'd take it off. And then like a week later, that's when I started taking it more serious and doing quite a few hours with it. But that is a huge one. You want to help shrink back your uterus as quickly as possible and get things feeling normal down there. I'm going to sit down now. I have a box of goodies here of things that you must. I've shown you guys this, the Connie. I'm going to put that clip in here so that you guys can see how easy it is to put this on. This is a baby carrier. You do want your baby nice and close to you. You don't want the baby always lying down. I know there's controversy on this where people are like, let the baby be independent, but it's a newborn. Work on independence when they're a bit older. They've been with you for 9 months, they need you. But also because if they lay down too much, their head gets that like flat head thing. So you're supposed to keep your baby close to you. Why wouldn't you want to anyways?
They're used to your heartbeat, everything you eat. They're used to your heartbeat,
yeah. So like them being pressed against your skin is just comfort. That's what they need. So this wrap will do that for them, and it won't keep you holding your baby that you're, I can't do this, I can't do that, you know. It like secures your baby on your chest, and you can keep moving throughout the day and doing things normal. Comes in a lot of colors, so I highly suggest that. I still want to get one for you. I haven't done it yet. I got mine because hell, it's more important, right? Your boob is right there, so it's like super simple once you're covered, because it goes like this. You can literally just pull your bra down and breastfeed too.
We also wanted to see if it worked, if it was good.
Yeah, try it out. Before we got yours. Huge. Yes. Get yourself a breast pump. You want to start breast pumping. pretty sure that's not what it's called. You want to start pumping your milk ASAP once your milk comes in. If a storage is important for you, like a milk storage, if you want to be able to have a lot of milk or just have good supply of milk, you want to start doing this right away, because the way your breasts work is they will get engorged right when your milk comes in. They will leak all over the place. You're going to feel like you got milk for centuries. But then within like a week of baby feeding, that goes away and it regulates to just how much the baby is eating. So if you don't pump out any extra, your body is not going to make extra. And you gotta constantly be feeding baby. This becomes a hassle for, like, you know, if you're a working mom and you're gonna go back to work and you don't have a milk stash because you didn't pump when you had all that milk. Your body was like, no, we only need this amount. And then you're like, man, I wish I did it more. I wish I did it more in the beginning. I did have a milk stash, but I would go and do makeovers and then leave him home, and he would go through like 3 bottles without me, and he would easily use that stash quickly. So you want to start doing it right away. As baby's on one, you're on the other. Pump, pump, pump as much as you can, and then flip baby and let them empty that boob out too. And that's how you're going to share your milk supplies up, as well as eating. Make sure you're eating food, have good, you know, calories going in, and drinking liquids, because you're not going to make breast milk if you're not well nurtured yourself.
And then the little trick.
A little trick to this one specifically, I like this one. This is the one I use on Lila. I don't want to use an electric pump because it really can damage your nipples, cause a lot of nipple damage. You can literally hurt the nerves in your boobs by using one. And some people just use it and then they have no feeling and they continue to use it, and that's cool with them, but I don't want to lose feeling in my boobs, if you get what I mean. So I use the manual one. This little pump in the front is what helps with the letdown. So you just pump that part, pump, 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 pump till you get the letdown, and then you pump the big handle slowly and you get the squirt of milk coming out. So this is a quick pump, 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 the way the baby works at sucking and getting the letdown to happen, and then what you continue to use. They also have, I forgot what the name of them. Do you know what they were?
Bigger, like a bigger cup.
Like a bigger cup, but it's more soft and rubbery, and it's supposed to mold to your body and everything. I forgot what it was.
It's like a suction.
I think I did get it and I didn't end up using it. I might end up getting it again just to try it, but the original one worked just fine for me. Make sure you have your pump handy. Once that milk comes in, you want to pump right away. Which takes me to booby pads. These are wonderful because they're ginormous. So they're gonna cover your whole boob, which I absolutely like. It's made from bamboo cotton, really super soft material. So you kind of just shove that into whatever you're wearing to prevent leaking. It happened a lot with me in the beginning, but then once my milk kind of regulated, it no longer happened and I didn't really need them. But I would have to wear black for like a couple months straight, because I would come back home after like makeup sessions and just, I'd be like, my shirt is drenched and you can't even see it because I'm wearing black, but it would be like literally like I just was in a wet t-shirt contest or something. These are nice because you can wash them. They're not like disposable. The disposable ones can get pretty gross, and then they have kind of like what diapers have in them, that little crystal thing. So if it pops, it like leaves residue all over you. I had those and I really didn't like them and I didn't want to use them.
No, the question.
So now.
The question is, how many wet t-shirt contests have you been that you know that?
None. Absolutely none. Movies. You know, I'm just saying. But anyways, you do want to get that if you got leaky boobs and you don't want to get embarrassed and you want to wear anything else other than black, because I don't even like wearing black. I just wore black because of that reason. Since we're on the booby topic, whoa, these are pretty handy. They could be cold or hot. I would probably prefer hot to help your milk flow better. If you have a hard time getting a letdown to happen, you can warm up your breasts, which makes everything work better, obviously, in your body. A warm body always like runs smoother. The cold is if you have swollen, tender pain, and then you kind of want cool packs to kind of cool your because they do get hot. Your boobies get really hot when there's, you know, blood vessels flowing quickly, milk in there. So it's nice that you can go hot or cold. These are pretty handy for boob relief. Trust me, you get the worst boob pain once you start breastfeeding, but it does regulate, so don't let that like scare you. Nipple cream. You're gonna need it. You're gonna have the worst chapped nipples ever. Although I should recommend, if you do breastfeed, air out your nipples after they're done eating. Don't just throw on, you know, this and a shirt right away. Try to let them air out a little bit so that they don't get raw and worse. And then put this on. It helps. I got a little tube, I don't even know from where, and then after that I'm like, oh my god, I need it. And I would use that all the time. You're gonna need some maxi pads. These, there's a couple reasons why I like them. These are extra, extra large, extra long, overnight. They have wings. You want wings because you're gonna bleed a ton. So who cares about having wings showing, right? You're not gonna be on a bikini in the beach, at least I hope not, right after you give labor. So it's a 12 count. The reason why I like this is it is organic. So they don't put, with the problem with regular pads is that they put a lot of chemicals and stuff into the pad to make it more effective, and that's great and all, but I would suffer from yeast infections really, really bad, and it's mostly what you put down there, like your pads and whatever you're using. Even your underwear can cause yeast infections. You want to use only cotton. So anyways, you are going to be wearing them for longer than a period because you're going to bleed for quite a while, and the last thing you want is synthetic stuff with chemicals on it that could trigger a yeast infection while you're already dealing with maybe stitches or something even crazier down there, because you're dealing with a whole bunch of stuff. So something organic and good. I highly recommend you get organic and prevent any nasty infections from happening just because you're using a pad. After the first week, you can do something a bit lighter and lighter and lighter. You will bleed for a long time, but it's going to get significantly lighter after 3 to 5 days. It's just 3 to 5 days of harsh bleeding, and then it's going to get easier. So I'm going to use them. I'm using the biggest ones now, and then I'm going to go to like a medium or something once, you know, I don't bleed that much. Now care for down there, since that's what we're on. Got a couple things here. These little bottles, you probably get them in the hospital. Now I have the same bottle from my last one with Lila.
Sure, in a sec.
Oh, it looks like that. I had it with Lila, and it's just a squirt bottle, nothing fancy to it. But the thing is, it's very challenging because you'll fill it and you'll only get half the liquid out because you're sitting and you're like squeezing. So imagine this is the bottle. You're squeezing upward to clean down there. You're only going to get about half the liquid in the bottle. Then you got to refill the bottle to continue to clean down there. You know, this is a weird description. But anyways, this one is upside down. So you can actually get all the liquid out in one, and you don't have to go and refill your bottle. So you just pull this little guy down and voila, super easy. You know, you get the point. Get yourself one of these. They're not expensive at all, but I mean, you got to go to the sink with your underwear down and refill it, and it's just an annoyance. Depending on your doctor or midwife, my first midwife used this. Don't overuse it. She told me specifically only use it for like 3 days, which is what I did. And she gave me very tiny liquid to make sure that I didn't overuse it. Because there are, I think if you check online, they do tell you about how like using this in excess is not good. But it's pretty much just like an antiseptic. It kills germs, cleans a wound. And then they do have it in like douches for women to clean down there. This is 10%. If you can't find a 3%, which I couldn't find a 3%, you want to dilute it. So you're going to mostly fill your bottle with water and then a little squirt in it. That's all you need. You don't need a lot. You're not putting this directly on your skin. It's not that it's going to burn. It's just that it's not necessary. You don't need that much. My first midwife gave me this. This midwife seems like she wants to use witch hazel, alcohol-free witch hazel. I have it anyways. Whichever way she wants to go, I'll listen to her. So talk to your doctor. And now this Mama Earth herbal spray. This is for down there. So it'll help cool things, you know, once you tear and you have stitches down there and you need relief from either itch or pain. This will help numb you as well as cool you to kind of take care of that itchy feeling that you want to get rid of. So this one is a must. Oh, if you read the reviews, these women are like, I don't know how I live my life without it.
Then you're gonna link everything, right?
I will link everything. I could even show what my midwife is suggesting. Like, there's tucks, and people are using tucks too in witch hazel. I didn't use that on my first one. Maybe I'll end up using it on the second. I'm not 100% sure. Like I said, I'm going to take whatever she says, but this is what I did on the first one. It worked. It was great. All right, so that kind of concludes my little tips and things you absolutely need. I hope it was helpful. By the way, we're in little boy's room. I have his closet done. This is just the guest bedroom. So guests still sleep in here. If you guys want me to go through his closet or stuff, I could do that with you guys too. But I will be doing the registry items and what we absolutely love. I can't help it. That seat is like the best seat ever. It gave me a little bit of time to myself. She would love sitting in that seat. You knew it was safe. You put them on the floor, you put them inside that seat, you put a tray. I do have the tray for it on top. You put a little bit of peas, little green peas, and they have fun trying to eat them and grab them and pick them up for like an hour. I would have breakfast for like 2 hours every morning. It was the best thing ever. Like, I can do things while you just sit there and you play with your food for a while. But there's a lot of great stuff that I'm going to go over. Registry items, must-haves. I just wanted to get this one in because for anyone about to give labor and you don't know what you need, because these, when did you get me pads?
Like,
After the labor. Thankfully, my midwife gave me like 3 pads, 3 maxi pads. And then he had to go to the store and get me some. I didn't even think about it. I don't know why. Why didn't I think about it? I don't know. So I'm telling you, you need them. You need to pop them on right after labor. You're gonna just start bleeding instantly and then for a while. So I hope that was helpful. Comment below if you have any questions about anything. I'm more than happy to help answer. Or even if you have suggestions, you know, you went through it yourself, so you know of something great that you want to share with everyone, share it below.
Or
this
something
is a
we
community.
missed.
I'm sure everyone,
Or something we missed.
Or something I missed, yeah. I want everyone to benefit from watching this video, either through the comments or the video. And even if you have tips for me, I'm glad to take them. Anything that makes my life easier. So comment below. Make sure to be subscribed. Hit the little bell right by the subscribe button so you're notified every time we post a video. And until next time, bye guys.